Hi everyone, my name is Nina Lynn. I have with me Gabby.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today.
Welcome to our workshop. Today we're going to be learning about avoiding test anxiety. So first, let me say a quote. We gain strength and courage and confidence by each experience in which we really stop to look fear in the face. We must do that in which we think we cannot. Eleanor Roosevelt. So basically, in life in general, we always face problems in life, obstacles of like challenges, and we also have to stop and look and think about it and also try to overcome it, which is a regular normal thing in life. Our objective today is to define test anxiety. Next thing is identify two causes of test anxiety, the external and the internal. And third, coping with test anxiety. There's three stages. Stage 1 before the test, stage 2 during the test, and stage 3 after the test. So what is anxiety, you say? You want, Gabby, you want to take what anxiety is?
Yeah, so for me, I think,
like in your opinion.
In my opinion, I think anxiety is when you feel like your heart racing, you have like butterflies in your stomach, you're a little bit sweaty, and you just feel like your heart's going 1,000 miles a minute and you can't really think straight because you're so nervous.
I totally agree with you. All right, so what is anxiety? The two F words, fear and frustration, equals to feeling threatened, which is really true because when you're taking an exam, for example, you feel that this test is going to depend on your life. So if you don't do well, your course, your grade, will either drop a grade and it will affect your GPA, which affects your life. Feeling threatened is what causes anxiety. Anxiety may cause to you experience such as like sweat, rapid pulse, and a headache, which sometimes I have when I'm taking my exam. Anxiety can be positive, can alert you to things that are important, which is really true because when you have that anxiety, that positive anxiety, you're more informed of that you have a task to do and you're able to work on it. Anxiety is a reaction to stress. It is normal human behavior. So it is normal. I have anxiety.
I have anxiety.
You have anxiety. Anyone can have anxiety. It's a normal human behavior. Test anxiety causes. Test anxiety internal causes. So fear of embarrassment from subpar results on a test. For example, if I ask Big John, hey Big John, what did you get on your exam? I got like a 98. What did you get? I got a 36, but whatever. And then like Big John gets embarrassed. Failure and possibility of continued failure. So once you think that you failed the first exam, you might think that you might fail the next exam. Loss of control. Feeling like whatever you do, that nothing seems to help. So for example, studying or going to have a group studies and you feel like you did so much work and then you still don't do well on it.
That's hard, right? Has that ever happened to you, Nina?
Yeah,
I know it's happened to me.
Yeah, it happened to me. When I had that group study, and I thought that I was going to do well, but I didn't do as well as I thought it was.
Or when your group members do better than you do and you all study together.
I know. Okay, next part, the external causes. So lack of good study habits, causing you to feel unfamiliar with content. So for example, like depending on how you study, some people may not even study. They even like study the day before the exam, which can cause like a big negative impact to their exam. Some people may be procrastinating when they're trying an exam. The next part, organizational skills, not knowing where to start when studying. So for example, not having a little calendar for saying that today I'm going to study 30 minutes, tomorrow I'm going to study 30 minutes. But instead your function and your studying works and organizational skills is a lack, which can cause like an impact.
And for me, what comes to mind is you know, even if you have your calendar and you're organizing your time. Maybe you sit down for that like hour you're going to study, but you don't know where to start.
Time management. Oh, this is very important. Not taking the time to study until it's too late. Again, like people tend to study the day before the exam, thinking that they might do well, but again, that doesn't work with everyone, and you should always have that time management. So having a lack of time management can cause a big effect of getting a bad test scores, and which cause anxiety.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, cramming doesn't work and it's not helpful.
Coping with test anxiety. Coping with test anxiety stage 1. Before the test, focus on organization, study skills, and time management. So make sure that you know how to use your study time and you're managing your time well to study the content, so you're more familiar with it. Reduce interruptions. This is really hard for me. I usually have my phone right next to me. But basically, reduce interruptions, such as you have to step away from your phone, okay? Like, I have that guilty pleasure of like having my phone right next to me when I'm studying. And I usually, if I get a little notification, I check it.
I do too. So, use those features on your iPhones, on your computers. Turn on Do Not Disturb. Get the app that tracks how much time you're spending on something.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or you can limit how much time you spend, so it'll happen automatically.
Expect anxiety. So don't let it take you by surprise. Know that like anywhere or anytime when you're doing something big, know that you're going to get that a bit of nervous wreck of anxiety. I even have anxiety even like before when I was presenting this presentation. I had that little slight anxiety. But know that it's normal, that you'll expect that.
Yeah, exactly. Just expect the unexpected. And sometimes that means being nervous, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Avoid negative self-thinking. So always use that positive thought. Know that you're like, for example, you can do it, Nina. Don't think negative. Don't think that you're going to fail the class. They always think positive.
Yeah, maybe instead of saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to fail this test, think, okay, I'm going to do my best on this test and see where I can improve. Or maybe you don't need to improve and you get 100 on the test.
And make sure that you breathe. For example, let me tell you a story. When I was taking an exam one time, and in class person, and time starts, and after 5 minutes, some kid falls down. they literally fainted on like the floor because they weren't breathing. They did not breathe, and then paramedics came in. So
yeah, no, that's not good. Breathe. One tip that I do, sometimes if I'm feeling really nervous before a test or a presentation or anything that's kind of big and it's making me a little bit nervous, I'll take 5 breaths that are kind of deep. I try to like turn around or do something so people don't see me. It's kind of weird. But still, those 5 breaths really help me to like center myself. It's like my 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah. After breathing, it'll take you off your mind of like that nervous thing, anxiety.
Yeah.
Stage 2. During the test, shift focus to the test and here and now. Focusing on what you could have done will not help. So basically, just focus on your exam. Don't think like, oh, I should have studied this context, and that you should add what if questions, like what if you have studied this, what if you have done this. Don't think much about that. Know that you're there and now, take the test.
Yeah, so basically what Nina's saying is do your best leading up to the test to study, to learn the material, to prepare yourself for the test, so that you don't have to focus on the why. Because it's too late to focus on the why once you're taking the test.
Once you're taking the test. Use relaxation strategies. Breathe and pause. Close your eyes, count from 1 to 10, and stretch. Which you said earlier, that you usually take like a 5-second breathing, and then exhaling, inhaling, and then you start. which is
Yeah.
really, really an important strategy to take.
Yeah, I think it helps for me. Sometimes for other people, it'll be something else. I know a friend who used to keep a hair tie on her wrist, and whenever she was feeling nervous, she would use it to flick herself, not hard, but just once, and it was it helped her to refocus herself and be like, okay, like I'm not worrying about what happened before, like or what I could have done better or what I should have done. I'm just focusing on right now, like the test, like what's in front of me is what's important. So find whatever works for you. You know, not everybody's gonna want a hair tie.
Everyone has
a
a different strategy.
Yeah.
Use positive self-talk. Not aloud, but in your mind to yourself. Like, you know, when you're taking an exam, you can't be like, you can do this. Let yourself know that you're doing your best. Again, you did your best to study up to this point, and you're taking an exam. You can do it. Stage 3. After the test, focus on the future. What's done is done. There will be other tests. If you did not get a good grade, don't panic, but also don't wait. Make an appointment to see your instructor as soon as possible. Ask particular questions, for example, like questions that you got wrong, or what you should study for the next exam, this is really important. So even though if you did not do well on your exam, it's not the end of the world. There's always ways to reach out to others, resources to help you be more prepared for the next exam.
Exactly.
Know what you can do to help that grade. Again, you look over your syllabus. Overall, the professor has the syllabus out already. Note important assignments and get as much credit for them as possible. So work on those assignments. If you don't work on that assignment, you'll get a big minus points for not doing that assignments. Also, some professors do extra credits, which is really, really helpful to boost up your grade.
Yeah, so make sure you're looking at your syllabi, your course calendar, so you know where to focus your energies, right? So you want to make sure you get everything in, but you also want to make sure that you're doing them well, especially the things that are worth more points, especially if you don't do well on a test. Like we said, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure you get your points somewhere.
Identify what worked and repeat it. So this can be different from everyone. Some people are more of a group study or individual study or computer study, like looking up practices online or going to your instructor to ask questions. And so whatever helps you, just continue repeating it.
Yeah, and it might be different for different types of classes that you take. So maybe for history class, flashcards are the way to go so you can remember dates and names and places. But maybe for science class, like OCHEM, you'll have to draw all the molecular structures and all the different kinds of structures. So don't limit yourself to one thing, and don't keep repeating the things that don't work.
Dealing with test anxiety. It's normal. Again, expected. Make sure you prepare. Do not wait to ask for help. Again, this is very important. Go ask for help if you really need help.
Yeah, and who can we ask for help, Nina?
The professor or even Trio, the tutors, we can help you.
Exactly, and don't forget about your classmates. There's nobody that maybe knows better than what's happening than your classmates.
Yeah.
There's tutoring centers, there's writing centers, your professors are there.
There's many resources that you can use and utilize.
And Google, don't forget about Google.
Google. And always breathe. That's so important. Breathe.
You don't want to pass out like the guy in Nina's class.
Know that anxiety can be managed if you choose to do so. Again, it's up to you. It's your life. You get to choose what to do with your life. And if you want to succeed, you got to work for it.
Yeah, you got to work for it. And don't forget to stay positive. You know, tell yourself that you can do it.
Yep, got to stay positive. And which I did. Well, thank you guys for watching this workshop. I hope that you learned a lot from it. If you have any questions, hit us on
yeah, you can email me with feedback, with questions, or with suggestions for future workshops.
I hope you had a wonderful day. Come visit us in Trio Student Center. We're happy to help you to cope your anxiety and prepare you for getting a great grade for your next exam.
Exactly. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.